Hello and welcome to What Are You Saying? #Ways, where we discuss topics in the news as it affects us all. My name is Sheyi Olayera and I'm excited to be joined. I'm used to saying by my amazing co-anchors, but today it is by my amazing co-anchor, my fave, NJ. Don't tell Mary I said that you are my fave, but yeah. I
Darling,
miss it. Mary, we miss you so much.
darling, you're live. I don't need to tell her anything. You just said
How
it
are
on
you,
live TV.
AJ? How are
I'm
you?
good. I'm
How
good.
was work today? Should
Well,
we just say what happened to you? Or we should
darling,
just skip it?
darling.
Let's skip it.
It's
The
always a
drama.
favorite saying when you say you don't look like what you have been through.
You always say that
I
thing.
know,
You
and
always
it's a
say it.
thing because really half of the time, what you're really going through in life, we've learned over the years not to allow it to show, so that you don't always have to answer the question of how are you doing, how is it?
Absolutely.
Yes, but it's been a productive week, and a lot of things have been happening in the world,
In the
at
world,
work,
yeah.
and everything. So, well, we're just happy to be alive, and we're very grateful to God for the opportunity.
That's good. I'm glad to hear. I love that you're wearing pink. What do you call it now? A pink turtleneck and a scarf. Your fashion game. Angie, my birthday is actually next week
What does
Thursday.
that mean?
So my request for my birthday,
It was
is
you
that I
want
should arrange.
scarves?
No, let me read your wardrobe. That's what I want to do.
Oh,
But
Lord.
it's nice to have you here.
Same here,
I'm
same here.
recovering from cold.
So sorry, Ed. I know, I
Cold
know. How
is
are
the
you feeling?
worst. I mean, I'm better, but I've been coughing a bit. But
Yeah.
I'm much better than
No,
like
thank
day
God
before
for that.
yesterday.
Thank God.
Yeah, it's so good to be here with
Same.
you.
I know.
So if you're yet subscribed to our YouTube channel at Official Upgrade TV, why? Click the subscribe button now, like and share the link. So it's supposed to be our ladies' night out, but as you can see, it's just NG and I here. Today will be a little different as we will be joined by two guests and we will be looking at the topic AI in our daily lives, revolution or threat. Here's what we found as today's quote. AI will not replace jobs, but it will change the nature of work. This quote is by Kai Fu Lee. I repeat, AI will not replace jobs, but it will change the nature of work. And when we open our phone lines, we'd love to hear what you have to say. But first, let's go on a quick break to see what we found in the news. Please stay with us. Welcome back. You're still watching What Are You Saying? #Ways. Today's National Law Enforcement Suicide Awareness Day. It is observed on September 26th each year to raise awareness about the mental health challenges faced by law enforcement officers. This day aims to highlight the importance of mental health support, reduce stigma, and promote resources available for officers struggling with mental health issues, including suicide prevention. The importance of this day is to encourage open dialogue, reduce stigma, and also promote resources for mental health patients. I'm really excited to know that this day exists. I just really hope that we are practicing it here in Nigeria. It is National Law Enforcement Suicide Awareness Day. As much as we have an idea or we have a bad idea of our forces or some of the enforcement law officers. I mean the police, soldiers. We have Nigerians have this, we don't like them like that. Let me use that word. And okay, maybe not. Wait, NJ looked at me now. It's not like we don't like them, but I mean, I'm trying to look for the right word. I mean, they are serving us, and let's remember that they are humans. You might have different opinions about them. Some people have have had bad experiences with them, but they are humans, and their mental health matters. We don't know what they go through in their line of jobs. How it is for them. So it's really good to know that we are celebrating this day. I just hope that it is being celebrated here in Nigeria. I don't think I saw anything circulating on this, but it is what it is. Happy National Law Enforcement Suicide Day. All right, so let's see what we found in the news. NJ, I think you should go first.
Okay, well, since I'm the only one here.
Actually,
So really, my news story today is something that has been going on in social media for last couple of days, and is the Bobrisky saga. And as of now, House of Reps is probing, House of Reps to probe bribery allegation against EFCC, and this was stated by the Nigerian. So the House of Representatives has launched an investigation into bribery allegations against the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, the EFCC, and the NCS, that's the Nigerian Correctional Service. This comes days after social critic Martins Ose, aka Very Dark Man, released a populated audio clip of crossdresser Idris Okoye, aka Bobrisky, claiming that the EFCC dropped money laundering charges against him after receiving 15 million naira bribe.
You say 15 or 50?
15 million naira bribe. While speaking at the plenary today, 26th, lawmaker Patrick Umo, representing Ikotep Bene and Akara Federal Constituency in Akwa Ibom State, sponsored the motion, which raised a lot of concern over the widely circulated publication by Very Dark Man against the EFCC and the NCS, saying that the allegations are damning. He emphasized the negative image of Nigeria as a corrupt nation and the need for urgent action. The publication alleges that the EFCC dropped money laundering charges against Idris, that's Bobrisky, well known as Bobrisky, upon collection of 15 million naira. The publication alleges that Bobrisky, upon conviction for abuse and defacing of the naira by the court, did not serve his time at the Nigerian Correctional Service, but was lodged outside the confines of the service. So there has been a lot of, so that we don't, delve too deep into that, but there has been a lot of allegations on social media, especially Instagram, claiming that, there have been release of audio with Bobrisky in a conversation with someone else, and thereby he dropped evidence against himself, stating that he had paid the sum of 15 million naira in order for the money laundering charges to be dropped, and that was why he was only facing, based on conviction, for the naira defacing. So obviously you and I know that this is very damning evidence in terms of, at this point, there's a lot to this story. There are lots of sides to it, because I know that along the way they brought in the Falana,
Fowles and his dad.
Fowles and his dad, and a lot of people have been called. The Control General of the Correctional Service has been called. A lot of people were named in this allegation in terms of, due to the fact that there was an audio evidence of Bobrisky having a conversation with someone and giving all this evidence by himself. I feel like it's almost like a clear-cut case. There are some cases that get to court and you have to get evidence and everything, but this seems like there is circumstantial evidence against Bobrisky, by Bobrisky. And I don't even know how we got to this point, but I feel like there's a lot to this story, and it's quite interesting how it's going, because it's bringing in a lot of people. And but my problem, or some areas I have an issue, but it's not the topic of today, but it's just very amazing to see all this coming to light, because for the longest time we've been talking about a lot about Nigeria and the corruption rate and why things are not going well. And these are the kind of examples that does not put us in good light in terms of corruption. If someone is convicted and there's damning evidence against them, then they should be, they should be convicted, and then they should serve their time. Now, all we're hearing is that even the time that we thought that Bobrisky was spending in prison, he was actually lodged somewhere else. And there's so much information, you know. There's so many things going on. It's a big wrap-up case. And I think it's going to put a lot of people in trouble.
And it's not going to end anytime soon, because it looks like it's going to be a long,
well, let's see. A lot of
thing.
Things, a lot of worst cases have ended in very bizarre ways, and people have gone away without being convicted. But now that even the House of Reps is petitioning, like the EFCC, they may have to give up information. And I'm just excited to see how this thing goes.
I also saw a headline this evening, but I didn't click on the link. It says Bobrisky has more evidence, you know. So I don't know what the evidence is. Maybe it's going to counter what Very Dark Man said. And let's see how it goes. I'm just really... So did you... I don't know if you saw the letter that Fowles published yesterday, tagging Very Dark Man.
Yes, I saw it.
So let's see how it plays.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it plays, because there's so many angles to it.
What if Bobrisky blames AI and says, that is not his voice, it's his AI?
We will find out, because I would love to know how... We're
discussing AI today,
I would love to know how AI will do all
this. But AI can clone voices now.
Very, very, very true.
No, I'm just joking. I know it's not
very
AI,
true,
yeah.
But come on. Come on.
All right, thank you, AJ. So what did I find in the news? Nigeria secures $600,000 relief fund from Gates Foundation. The Nigerian government has secured a $600,000 relief fund and commitment from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The donation was announced when Vice President Kashim Shettima met with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, led by its head of Global Development Program, Dr. Christopher Elias, on the sidelines of the 79th United Nations General Assembly in New York. The Gates Foundation also committed an additional $5 million to develop Nigeria's industrial cassava sector. Shettima reaffirmed the government's focus on health, nutrition, and agricultural development, highlighting efforts like maize production and digitization to improve public services. The Gates Foundation expressed concerns about flooding in Borno State, about flooding, I beg your pardon, in Borno State, and pledged continued support for health sector reforms, including the fight against polio. This is good news, and this is, I hope the money, you know, is used for what it is meant for. I mean, it's
for me, I doubt it is even about the money. Remember the other day when we were talking about the donation that was given to Nigeria by Coca-Cola, and how we were trying to link it to conspiracy theories that had to do with the Gates family, and we're here again.
Let's just hope that the money is put to good use. Let's just hope that that's what it is. All right. So tonight, okay. So before we go into the conversation today, let's go for this quick break. When we come back, we'll start the conversation. Do you stay with us?
Nigeria, by extension, Africa, is faced with a lot of challenges.
With the growing youth population and very little engagement.
That is a ticking time bomb.
We're blessed people with a diverse culture who have a lot to say.
And yes, we are talking.
It is important we drive conversations that informs, inspires, and influences thoughts and actions.
If we say there is beauty in diversity, then let us embrace our diverse culture.
We must continue to courageously be the voice of transformation.
As we are the hope for the future.
Yesterday's conversation shaped today.
What are you saying to shape your tomorrow?
We know you have a lot to say, and we are here to hear you.
Welcome back. You're still watching What Are You Saying? #Ways. Tonight, we dive into a topic that is reshaping our world. In a world increasingly shaped by technology, we turn our attention to a pivotal question. Is AI is AI in our daily lives a resolution or a threat? Artificial intelligence is becoming an integral part of our routines, transforming everything from how we work to how we interact. As acceptance of AI grows globally, it brings with it a wealth of possibilities, particularly here in Nigeria, from improving healthcare and enhancing educational access to revolutionizing agriculture and boosting local economies. The potential benefits are immense. But with these advancements come concerns. How do we balance innovation with ethics? Can we trust AI to make decisions that affect our lives? As we navigate this complex landscape, we will hear from experts and thought leaders who are pioneering AI initiatives here in Nigeria. Join us as we navigate this crucial conversation. To join us in this conversation, our power and supply chain professional, in the person of Emmanuel Uwota, and administrator and chapel of Grace of Uncommon Grace, in person of Benjamin John, who joins us virtually as well. Hello, Emmanuel. Hello, Benjamin. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, we can hear you.
Hi, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Good evening. All right, awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, so let's quickly go for this quick break. And when we come back, we will dive right into the conversation. Do you stay with us? Welcome back. If you're just tuned in, it is our special ladies' night out, and we are discussing AI in our daily lives, revolution or threat. And of course, our guests Emmanuel Uwota and Benjamin John are still with us virtually. Emmanuel, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Is it Uwota or Uwota? I apologize.
Uwota, you rightly done it.
Yeah, yes. So big one for me then. So yes. Stay tuned.
Yes, come on.
Awesome, thank you. So stay tuned as we explore the balance between innovation and caution and discover what the future might hold for us all. All right, so we've been talking AI. AI is here and there. Everybody says AI, 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 AI. So I want us to, basically just tell me your first thoughts when you hear the term artificial intelligence. You, Edgy. So, I mean, like when people say AI, because I mean, everybody says AI.
Yeah, I know.
But in your own opinion, what do you think it is?
So, well, the full, this thing is artificial intelligence. So, I'm not going to go into the technical part of it, but what I would say is that when I think of AI, I'm just thinking of all the incredible information and potential that any society, country has to gain, in terms of how it helps with productivity, how it helps with automating mundane tasks and mundane, things, and how far it has gone in the advancement of like healthcare and enabling new forms of, creativity and all that. Just how it helps us generally, even in our daily lives. But then when you come to, how if it's a threat,
no, we'll get there.
Or a revolution.
We'll get there. All right.
But,
so for me, when I hear artificial intelligence, I hear advanced technology.
Yeah.
So me, I like definition. I went to go and Google it just so we all know and we are aligned with the definition. Yeah. So according to Coursera, artificial intelligence refers to computer systems capable of performing complex tasks that historically only a human could do. Emphasis on only a human could do, such as reasoning, making decisions, or solving problems. All right, so I don't know who I should start with, but Emmanuel, are you there? Can you hear me, please? Just want to confirm.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, so I want to hear, let's start with your thoughts. Do you see AI as a revolutionary tool or a potential threat in your daily life? Do you think it is something to to be excited about, or do you think it's something that we should be concerned about? So I would like to hear your thoughts on that.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you for having me this evening. Now, to start with, AI, when people hear about AI, they see AIs. First of all, the thing that comes to their mind is AI is a threat. And now that is why we in Chapel of Uncommon Grace is putting this memorable occasion happening on Saturday into place. So AI for me is not a threat. It's a revolution. It's a revolution that is coming up and has done a lot of things in the human way. Now, first of all, there are things that humans are meant to do. And so when you want to talk about AI, you're talking about AI as creating a system that has the ability to perform or to do that which usually human ability is meant to do. So now science is creating this AI to come and do those things that in the first place, it is only human ability to do. But you see that systems are being created now to do it. But it's a revolution. It's not a threat to the best of my knowledge.
Okay, thank you.
And as we come, yes, thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Emmanuel. So Benjamin, I would love to hear your thoughts on that. Do you think AI is a revolutionary tool or a potential threat in your daily life? I know Emmanuel has already said that it is a revolutionary tool. Do you have contrary opinion, or do you agree with what he said?
My opinion remains the same, and it also centers around some of the values we have as a church at Chapel of Uncommon Grace. All we are into is creating a space where people can change their world for the better, and a space where people can have the necessary awareness on how to engage reality for what it is, just like AI. AI should be a constructive tool. AI should be a tool that we should consider as ours, and we should be able to use it up for good, not for the negative end. So just like Pastor Ima has spelled it out, on Saturday, we are open to welcome people that intend to have a better awareness about what AI is, viewing it from a constructive end, not just demonizing it, but we want to create that atmosphere where people can engage themselves and view AI constructively for what it should be. AI is not the end of the world. It's a space for possibilities, and we want to engage people in these realities.
All right. Okay. So Nigerians are adaptable people. I like to say that. But, we still have people who are not, yet inclined with, recent technologies and the like. So do you think Nigerians are prepared to embrace and adapt to AI technologies, or, it will take a while? People living in villages, people living in, rural areas. Do you think Nigerians, I want us to focus on the Nigerian people, the Nigerian person that is currently watching now. Do you think as a people, we are prepared to embrace and adapt to AI technologies, or it will take a while?
I believe we have the right population. We have a very beautiful population as a nation. And I feel we are in that season and in that time to create a difference as a country. We have a whole lot of people that are now working from home. We have a whole lot of people that are now into tech. A lot of people are tech savvy these days. I believe we have a good conditioning as a country and as a nation. We're in the right space to engage AI and to view it for what it is. And that's why we as, Chapel of Uncommon Grace have created this platform where a whole lot of youths are open to coming on Saturday by 10 a.m. at our location to engage our speakers in some of these things, just so a lot of people can create a necessary level of fellowship with AI And like for me now, I don't know so much about AI, but I know when Elo Omer that works with Terago comes in and speak, I will open myself up to the necessary possibilities I will get from engaging him. And we have created this space, not just for us as a church. We've created this space to make it look like a church space where not just Christians can just come to church, but even unbelievers, people that are open to changes, like I said, are welcome to be part of us just so they can, engage AI for what it is. And we have put everything in place to make this work. We also have Anthony Monjaro, one of our Nollywood actors. He's a popular one. He's also going to come in and give us his own perspective as an actor on what AI is and how he has been able to use up AI in his own space. Also have other speakers too that would also engage us in their youthful exuberance about what AI is. So back to your question, Nigeria is in the right space and the right time to use up AI and use it up for good. Thank you.
All right, NJ.
So I would like to ask Emmanuel a question. So with the current rise of AI and information that we have out there, do you think that there's a risk of people relying too much on technology? How exactly do you think it's possible for us to strike a balance?
Okay, thank you so much. Now, just as what I have said before, when she asked me about the threats and about the revolutionary. Now, this is one of the issue with the AI and how the perspectives people are seeing AI to be. Now, do I think that people are really ready to embrace it greatly? Now, Nigeria, sorry, I want to get back to, before I come to this, the question that my colleague has dived into. Are we really ready? Are we really ready? Now, to my own, I can say that a whole lot of Nigerians are not really ready. But this is the reason that this platform is being organized. Now, a lot of people are afraid technology wants to take what I am going to be doing. Is it that, now let me give you an example in my own profession as a supply chain specialist. Now, for someone that is working in a warehouse, and then we now have a machine, a system, a robot that will be commanded to go to a certain counter or a certain shelf to pick up an item. That person will be afraid, this is going to take up my job. But in the revolutionary space of AI, that is not the intention. Now, the intention is to speed up and enhance the rates of successes in our daily activities. So coming back, is technology coming to take what we are doing? I can say no. But then I still want to have a perspective to it. And that is why for someone that is coming out of school or entering into school now, you really need to know the course or what you are going to do so that it will be tailored towards the revolutionary that science or technology is taking us to. So technology is not going to take up everything that we are doing, but we must be ready to channel ourselves towards what technology is bringing. So this is why this platform called Corporate Meetup. Corporate Meetup is just a platform that is bridging the gap between the church and the marketplace.
All right, thank you.
This is we are bringing in.
Thank you, Emmanuel. We have to go on break now. So when we come back, we'll continue the conversation. Thank you.
Okay.
Nigeria, by extension, Africa, is faced with a lot of challenges.
With the growing youth population and very little engagement.
That is a ticking time bomb.
We're blessed people with a diverse culture who have a lot to say.
And yes, we are talking.
It is important we drive conversations that informs, inspires, and influences thoughts and actions.
If we say there is beauty in diversity, then let us embrace our diverse culture.
We must continue to courageously be the voice of transformation.
As we are the hope for the future,
Yesterday's conversation shaped today.
what are you saying to shape your tomorrow?
We know you have a lot to say, and we are here to hear you.
Hello, you're welcome back. You're still watching What Are You Saying? #Ways. Please let's hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation by sending us an SMS or WhatsApp message to 081-8038-4663. I repeat again, 081-8038-4663. Our phone line is now open. Please, would really love to hear what you have to say. Call us on 07025007749 or 07014242420. All right. So NJ, with AI, tools like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and the likes. Let's talk about AI's impact on students. Remember when you were in school? Just imagine there was something like ChatGPT or Perplexity or tools like that will help you with your project.
I don't think I would have lost any at any cost. I think I would pass every single course.
What?
Why? Because I feel like if you fail with the use of AI, it means you are a failure normally.
Because why would you fail?
Because I don't think that there's anything that any questions that cannot be answered in terms of there will be a response. It might not be the response, the kind of response you want, but you will always be a response. Yeah. And it depends. The thing about tools like ChatGPT has to do with garbage in, garbage out. So if you ask the right questions, you get the right answers.
Exactly. Your prompts need to be good. Yeah. So
it would have worked for us, but I don't know.
Because my project, I went through a lot. In fact, I changed my project topic. I think I changed it like almost 3 times because I wasn't finding materials.
Yeah.
And
so
you know how...
sourcing even materials, you had to go to different other universities to even source from... Yes, you have to.
It was a whole lot. Yeah. It was a whole lot. And I just feel like, with the advent of tools like ChatGPT and Perplexity and some other tools, AI tools, writing tools, it has made this generation quite lazy. Because every time research work was serious work. You'll be in the library. In fact, even when there was Google, you know there are some things that you search on Google you not find.
Yeah.
No matter how you type it, no matter the prompt you put, you will not find it. So it's a big concern for me because it just feels like we have everything at our fingertips. We have fast food. We now have fast learning. We have fast cars that can drive themselves. We have Tesla. We have all these AI automated tools, and it just feels like, I love convenience. Sorry to interrupt, NJ. I love convenience. I love ease and all. But is it not getting? I hope it does not get out of hand.
Well, it now depends on our control level as individuals.
That's another thing.
There have to be certain guidelines as to wherever AI is applied. What kind of information are you getting out of it? Because AI has its purposes, it has its benefits. There was a reason why it was created and it was made. And, for when it comes to education, there's now personalized learning. So rather than being in the classroom, your teacher is able to come to you at home, and it's not home lesson. Is your teacher is on the computer and having a conversation with you. Nowadays, there's a lot of examinations have been, before all examinations were written, now you have CBT tests and, you know, so there's a lot more efficiency with the advent of AI. There's a lot more accessibility in terms of information and what have you. But there's always a downside. There's always a downside to it in terms of we over-reliance on the software and tools and things like that. So there's always the human part of it, and that's where control has to come into place, because if it's not overused, you know, there's also the surface learning, because there's a lot of answers, people just take your lecturer is in class and you're not paying attention, and you just think that, oh, if he gives an assignment, I just throw it into ChatGPT and get. But this, you might end up with the same kind of answers that someone else is giving, because you are giving the same kind of prompt, or you are putting in the same kind of prompt that someone else is giving. So yeah, there's a downside to it, to everything.
All right, yeah, thank you, Angie. So Emmanuel, I would love to hear your point of view. You know, we are talking on AI's impact on students. So with tools like AI-powered tutoring and writing assistance, do you believe students are becoming less inclined to study or read deeply? Do you think they are over-reliant on these AI tools for learning? Do you get that, please? Okay.
Yes, to my own, I have seen that in the developed world, I can say that that is really, really happening, but it's not really developed here over in Nigeria. But yes, everything that has the upside has the downside of it. Now, people would tend to over-rely on it and then will not utilize their brain. Now, let's still know that, yes, AI is a revolutionary trend in technology, but the brain also works more than it. So if we do rely on what science or technology will give more than what our brain that God has created us to do, or as scientists have told us that we've not even used 5% of our brain. So yes, people tend to over-rely on this AI there in the Western world, developed world.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel. All right, thank you. Benjamin, what do you think? You know, do you think the younger generation, they are just chilling? You know, they have ChatGPT, Perplexity, and a whole bunch of other AI tools they can use for, you know, for their assignments. And, you know, some of them might even use this to, you know, cheat during their exams. You know, the way students can just, you know, sneak in their phones and just put on ChatGPT or an AI tool rather, and, you know, just download all the answers and put it in their script. So do you think this is making students less inclined to study or read deeply?
I think it opens them up to read deeply because of their awareness that comes with the information they get. It opens them up to a whole lot of levels of learning compared to the standards I experienced when I was in school. For me, I feel AI is a tool that can really be obsessive if you keep using it over time. But just like one of the speakers said, we have to be careful on how we use it, because everything that has an upside has a downside.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. So I know that Emmanuel has already touched on, you know, if AI will take our jobs. You know, in banking, you know, when we are talking about the future of banking, we always say, yes, there are some things that would be virtual, that would be digital, virtual assistants, you know, virtual relationship managers, but there would also still be physical buildings, maybe not a lot of them. So, you know, with the advent of, or with the advent and, you know, increase in AI, the future of many industries, you know, a lot of people are scared because they're like, what's going to happen to my job? You know, and I remember the definition I gave on the definition of artificial intelligence. I said it refers to computer systems capable of performing complex tasks that historically only a human could do, such as reasoning, making decisions, or solving problems. So that means AI, is able to reason, make decisions and solve problems. So with this definition and everything we've said, do you think that AI has the potential to improve job opportunities? Do you think that it will open more job opportunities? Or do you think that it is more likely to replace certain roles? What's your take on that, please?
For
Benjamin,
me,
yes.
I feel AI opens us up to the reality that you can't just be on phase one in your life. You have to always improve.
Exactly. Yeah.
It pushes us up beyond our limits, and we have to be open to that. You can't just, stay at level one all the days of your life. You have to open yourself up to learning, just so you can reach limits that are beyond you. So that's it for me.
Yeah, so I like how you said that, with with the advent of AI, you cannot just be on level one. Adaptability is very key. So if you cannot move with the way the world is moving, technology is moving, you might not have a job in the next 2-3 years, because the way things are changing now. We'll still touch on the security aspects, right? On some of the AI issues, concerns that we have. Okay, so yes, I just want to touch on AI's impact on ethical and criminal issues. There are some ethical and criminal concerns that I have. AI technologies can change voices or faces in videos. And I don't know if you've seen, I was making a joke of, Bobrisky's voice notes, and I said, or recording, I'm like, what if he says it is AI? I've seen videos of, or maybe audio of, all these videos you see on Instagram that they will use maybe a popular person's voice to say motivational quotes, and you think, oh, is this person that said it? Then you realize that, no, this is actually AI. As much as it is cool, oh my God, it's nice, it's also very scary. AI technologies can change voices, they can change faces now. You can see yourself, talking, and you are not the one that was talking. So how do you think this could impact trust among people, and of course the potential for AI to be used in criminal activities like fraud or misinformation? So I don't know if you've seen videos like that of AI having the ability or capability of changing voices or faces in videos. I think I saw a video of not in Nigeria, of a girl. There was a video of her. Oh no, I don't think it was a video. It was an audio, and the audio was sent to, or it was sent as a voice note to her mom on WhatsApp, and she was saying, "Oh, they kidnapped me. They're asking for so and so amount. Just send it to them," and immediately they sent the money. Apparently, it was AI. They just hacked her WhatsApp, the daughter's WhatsApp, and that's how they collected money from her. So it's quite scary. I don't know whether I'm the only one that, because anytime I remember that, I'm like, hey, God, I beg.
You're not the only one. I've seen various even posts on social media like Instagram, YouTube, where they have used facial images of people. Even the current cases now of like 419 and the Yahoo is now a case of, there was a video I saw on I don't know what social media platform it was. I think it was Instagram, but there was a Yahoo boy having a conversation with one of his victims, and it was a guy, but when you look at the computer, the victim was seeing a female.
Wow.
So he had used an AI tool to reconstruct his face.
Oh,
so
my goodness.
everything he was saying was normal, like he was talking normally, but the facial, what you see is not who it really is. So it's a male that's talking to you, but there has been a voice change and there has been a facial change. So on the other end, the person sees a female with a female voice. I've seen different videos of as much as Donald Trump. I've heard voices that is not Donald Trump, but AI, but sounds very much like Donald Trump. So it happens a lot. So there's going to be, I know that is going to be a major concern for a lot of countries and a lot of institutions in terms of the guidelines to using AI in terms of there has to be intentional guidelines placed and rules and regulations and you know security, privacy, bias, because even when it comes to one of the things we've all noticed in like when it comes to AI, apart from the criminal side, is like if you've noticed you have certain, so something happened to me the other day.
Okay.
So I was going through my phone and I was trying to make out a list of friends. Yeah? For something. Oh, definitely, you're on that list. Don't worry, you're on that list. But I was trying to make out a list and I was just going through my WhatsApp chats. And I typed in something that was very common with everyone. And then I was just writing down the names. And you wouldn't believe that there were a couple of people that came to mind while I was doing that. And I just told myself, I said, oh, I need to call this person. I don't know if I said it out, but I said, oh, I need to call this person. Or, oh, we haven't spoken in a long time. It's scary. Now I understand what you mean by being scary. I woke up the next morning, I was in the office. I opened my phone and first of all, my cousin calls me and she was on that list. And she was one of the first people I was looking at, and I said, I have to call her this weekend. And she called me and she was asking me for something totally different. I almost went on to ask her, did I call you yesterday?
Did I see anything?
And then when I just got off that call and I was still a bit perplexed, I look at my chat and another old friend of mine from how many, almost 2 decades, that I hadn't spoken to since she got married. Yeah. We haven't spoken for a long time. And she sends me a message, I've been thinking about you. And I said, wait, I had to reply. No, at that point in time, I was about to have like a panic attack. I had to reply her that, Bea, were you in my head yesterday? Yes. I was just having this conversation with myself yesterday that I was going to call you. And then you sent me a message this morning. So AI, I'm just trying to show the advancement. No, it's not reading. So it's not reading our minds. So I've noticed that part of the tools of AI is things like Instagram. You notice that when you're on Instagram, maybe you look at a particular page. Yes. For the next 1 week, they will show you that page. So you always, even with Instagram, have to be careful the kind of pages you go to, because if it's not your regular page, it starts showing on your Explore. Time, and if you go there 2-3 times, you now are bombarded with information like that. And we also notice that sometimes we just say something and it's almost like your phone is listening to you. And the next thing you open your phone and then all these things start popping up. You open your Instagram and they're showing you, maybe you said, oh, I need to get a new dress for someo's wedding. And it starts showing you wedding dresses, wedding guests. And you're like, yeah, I didn't type anything. So AI it's just to show you how advanced AI is. There's now the listening part, and the whole essence of that is to help to increase, productivity and creativity and what have you, to just help people come closer, rather than always voicing out everything. The AI tools, some of them listen and they feed back you exactly what you have always had in mind. So there are different usefulness for AI. Is now, like I always say, how we control it as individuals.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, so Benjamin and Emmanuel, still on the question I asked, how do you think this could impact trust among people, with the use of AI to change voices, change faces to that of another person? How do you think this could impact trust among people? And of course, the potential for AI to be used in criminal activities like fraud or misinformation. So how do we go about that, in your own opinion?
Possible. I'll give example concerning myself.
Okay.
I was just one morning, I got a phone call of a friend in the university and telling me that he needs such amount. Wow. I can assure you, no single iota of change in the voice. But what helped me that day was that I don't have the kind of money he requested. And
so
then
God saved you.
I told him that, okay, I'm going to come over. We'll talk about it. And then later I dialed his number after the service I had that money. I dialed his number and he told me he never did that. So it's a threat. But one thing is that everyone, if you are listening to us, you have to be very, very careful. Absolutely. You need to double check Need to double check, because once it has happened, it has happened. So lots of things are there. It's a threat. Even in security, yes, the security apparatus is being used now in AI. So we have to be very, very careful. There's every possibility that it will impact lives security-wise.
All right, thank you. Benjamin, any final words before we close out? In 1 minute, please.
For me, to add to that, we have to just, be careful, and we also have to open ourselves up to AI, just so we familiarize ourselves with it, with some of the tools that governs AI, just so when we notice any glitch or any change, we'll be able to say, oh, no, this is AI. That's it from me. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. NJ?
Well, it's just for us to understand that AI has a huge part to play in our lives. There's so many benefits to AI, whether it be in healthcare, education, agriculture, finance, transportation, energy. Even in the security environment, there's so much that AI can offer us, but we just have to be very, very careful. I know that as Nigerians, we're always quick to jump into a whole lot of things without understanding. It's important for us to have guidelines as to how we take on AI in various sectors and various industries, so that it doesn't now become a threat to us. I think it's when AI is not properly managed and utilized that it becomes a threat. In education, it is good for productivity and for learning, but it has its downsides. So we always have to be able to strike a balance between the two of them, between the use of AI and the use of our natural instincts and, mental capabilities. Because when we fully are over dependent on AI, then that's like us being dependent on machines. There's no difference between that and a computer. So we should always be able to put that limit and give time to actually embracing nature, embracing things in life in terms of using our thinking capacity, positive, thinking deeply, deep learning. We always have to pay attention to such things so that we're not taken too far away by technology.
Yeah. So just for jokes, I think I saw a tweet recently or some days ago, and the person said that anytime the person uses ChatGPT or any of these apps, he or she always starts with, please, can you? So just in case the machine decides to take over the world. Nigerians are watching many movies. They are very hilarious people, But like NJ said, we should not leave our brains. We are still humans. That's what makes us humans. The machines will do what we ask them to do. Of course, they are here to. The machines are, available for us to assist us. Yes, and that's what is most important. All right. So before we go, do ensure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at Official Upgrade TV. You can interact with us further, drop a comment, and most importantly, follow all our social media engagements. And remember to like, share, comment, and invite your friends and family to watch us and follow us. Thank you so much, Emmanuel and Benjamin. Thank you for joining us in this conversation. It was a great time. Thank you very much. We hope to have you again on the show. Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
So much.
Yes. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you. All right. So if you missed our quote, here it is again. AI will not replace jobs, but it will change the nature of work. This quote is by Kai Fu Lee. Like we said, be adaptable. Don't be comfortable where you are. Evolve. Learn, grow. And just be the best version of yourself. So as we wrap up today's conversation on AI in our daily lives, one thing is clear: AI is no longer just a futuristic concept. It is here, shaping how we live, work, and connect. Whether it becomes a revolution that drives us forward or a threat that challenges our values depends on how we embrace it. As Nigerians, we have always been resilient, innovative, and adaptive. Let's use AI to build a future that not only advances technology, but also uplifts our communities. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you, NJ. Thank you. Remember, next week I'm coming to your house. Let's keep the conversation going on as we shape our tomorrow together. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, it's Oluchi for Ways Breakfast. Thanks for always tuning in. Our research has shown that you're probably not subscribed to our channel. What are you waiting for? Make sure you hit that subscribe button below so you never miss out on our latest content and stay in the loop with all things Ways. If the channel grows, it means more great content for you guys. So hit that subscribe button now.